morning. Guys haven't gotten here on 18 yet to mow this green, but just kind of wanted to try to explain something. Here's a completely untouched ball mark. The thing that's interesting is when you have these young greens, as these little seedlings grow into individual plants, the density increases, and then over time with maturity it develops a sod. Visualize a seeded yard and take a sod cutter to it after, say, a couple months of growth. Do you anticipate you'd be able to roll that sod up and it would stay intact? No, because the network of roots and rhizomes and bluegrasses situation, or stolons and bentgrasses situation, they create this network, this web, and eventually creates a sod. So this green is still at that immature stage where there's still too many individual plants and not a good integration of plant roots and stolons to create a solid mat to protect against ball marks. So I'm going to go over to the first tee there and kind of try to help give a visual. But it's not because it's soft. This green is firm. It's very firm. You can't even make a dent. But the integrity of the turf system itself hasn't matured enough to maintain its integrity better upon an approach shot if a ball comes in hot. So let's just visualize these individual clumps of plants as turf, and as you see these new greens, this is what it more or less is like: individual plants of creeping bent emerging, and as they mature they network together and they start closing the system up. So when you have a immature stand of turf developed by seed, when you get the stage before maturity, which they say takes up to 3 years, you can just visualize how a golf ball can come in between these plants and get a foothold and really dig up and do some damage. Once these things network together, like this bluegrass has, or better yet, the bentgrass tea, all of these plants network together with their stolons and tillering and massive fibrous roots, and you can't even penetrate between them because they're like netted together. Yet when it's young, you can see as an example how even though it looks like it might be a full cover, boom, there's still like weak spots in between the plants themselves. So that's the best I can explain it. It's not because greens are soft, it's just because they're still young and immature that they're so susceptible to these ball marks when they're at this stage.
I'm here on the 17th green at West Hill Golf Club with course manager Ben Edwards. Ben, we're going to look at pitch mark repairs now, aren't we, which must be one of the banes of your life as the guy entrusted with getting the course in as good a condition as possible. We have one here which has been badly repaired and it's left a scar.
Yeah.
What has whoever's repaired that done wrong?
So basically, what happens is when the ball flies into the green, the ball impacts and all the grass and material heads to the back of the pitch mark.
Yeah.
And what's happened is the golfer has walked up and simply pulled up the soil, which is underneath the pitch mark, smoothed that out with their putter, and left the scar on the green. Like that.
Okay, so how long ago would you reckon that one was maybe created?
That was probably created yesterday or the day before, and that will now take probably up to 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe, to recover.
Okay, so what we really want to know as golfers is how do we repair them properly? So we've got another pitch mark just ahead of us here, which we've created.
So
how do we do this properly so that it heals and looks better quicker?
So, as I said before, the pitch mark always heads to the back, or the material heads to the back of the pitch mark. So you simply grab your repairer, your fork, and you literally pull in from the back as you go. So pulling all the grass back to the front of the pitch mark.
Okay.
And then simply just tap down with your putter.
And now that will heal almost such that you can't really tell it was there maybe within 2 or 3 days?
Yeah, with a mow tomorrow, that'll be fine.
Perfect. So, there you have it. Next time you hit a green and create a pitch mark, that's what you need to do to repair it properly.